down on the field of play. And when we talk about the Olympics, we might as well start with the reigning Olympic champion.
Yeah, she's been the reigning Olympic champion since 2016. That's almost 8 full years of being the reigning Olympic champion at both 100 and 200. And yet, 2 weeks ago in Eugene, she was dead last. She is the kind of athlete, given her experience and ability, who can figure it out, but she's running out of time. And of course, Jamaica swept the podium in Tokyo at the last Olympics, first, second, and third, led by the woman on your screen.
As we mentioned, a lot of stars are here, and listen for the introductions here for American Gabby Thomas, herself an Olympic medal hopeful.
And also coming off of a last race being a subpar race. That was when we saw her last month in Los Angeles. Personal best 11 flat. She ran a 10.88 this year, slightly windy. That got my attention. But she has to bounce back from how she looked in LA. I think she will here. But she's got the Olympic champion next to her, and also Aaliyah Hobbs in 4, who has a 10.81 personal best. You better believe she's going to factor here. This is a hot 100.
Yeah, Hobbs was the U.S. champion back in 2018.
And the entire crowd rises to their feet. You don't want to sit down for a race like this.
And one of the great pieces of the atmosphere here at Randall's Island is the Jamaican crowd that is here in full force. We've been hearing the horns all afternoon in the races leading up here.
Phones up, people up, kids on shoulders.
And it's an Olympic year. These races matter more than ever, even though this is just a dress rehearsal. This is the road to Paris. And the 100 meters underway, and it's Aaliyah Hobbs that it's out well in lane number 4. And then out wide, that's a Kinnison. And in 3 at the lean,
Favor
of Nigeria.
So imagine her confidence going back to practice as we see the Olympic champion limping post-race. Imagine Favor of Feely's confidence going back. Yeah, so this is what has been hampering her for almost a decade now, folks. She has an Achilles tendon, which she has tried to get right. She usually gets it right in Olympic year. She has no individual world titles, but this is what? So this is 2 successive races now where she's been in the back. She looked good for a while, but the Olympic champion still struggling, as you see Favor of Philly in that lane 3. So there's the Olympic champion in orange. But to the right of your screen, look at Favor of Philly leading the field. Aaliyah Hobbs trying to get back to her. But it was a Philly that hangs on for the win. The Olympic champion, a lot of questions as to whether she is going to be ready in 3 weeks for those Jamaican championships to pick the team to go to Paris.
Just like the United States, just because you were the winner last time around doesn't necessarily mean you're going to get a spot in Paris, as Gabby Thomas makes it way, and the Olympic champion has helped through that mixed zone. And let's go down and hear from the winner, Favor O'Philly, who's with Lewis Johnson. Lou?
All right, she's gotten us off to a great start with the flowers. Favor, that was a hot race. You were lined up against some great talent. Of course, you were one of them. Take us from the start, how you thought the race played out to the victory.
I was like, I'm close to my teammate, Aaliyah and Micaiah. Just like practice, just like home meet. Stay calm and just go finish your transition, because that is the issue. And then whatever happens, happens. Because I wanted to get the standard here, but I give God all the glory for the win.
And for those who don't understand, you have to contest the Nigerian Championships trials, which will be next week in Benin, Nigeria. Is that right?
Yeah.
Wow. And how's your confidence out going back for that?
I mean, just like I said, stay calm and just do what I know how to do. Got my teammates, go back, do a little training before I go back home, and the rest leave it for God, because he knows the future, not me.
Great run here and a long journey back. Good luck there, and we hope to see you in Paris.
Thank you.
All righty, Paul.
A big smile from the winner here, but the story of this day is the reigning Olympic champion being carried off.
Yeah, this is not how you want to see the Olympic champion. She's been in the back. She looked good for a while, but the Olympic champion still struggling, as you see Favor of Philly in that lane 3. So there's the Olympic champion in orange. But to the right of your screen, look at favor of Philly leading the field. Aaliyah Hobbs trying to get back to her, but it was a Philly that hangs on for the win. The Olympic champion. A lot of questions as to whether she is going to be ready in 3 weeks for those Jamaican championships to pick the team to go to Paris.
Just like the United States, just because you were the winner last time around doesn't necessarily mean you're going to get a spot in Paris, as Gabby Thomas makes it way, and the Olympic champion is helped through that mix zone. And let's go down and hear from the winner, Favor O'Philly, who's with Lewis Johnson.
The women's 100-meter dash at the Olympic trials in Benin unfolded as a roller coaster of emotions and unpredictability, highlighting the ever-evolving nature of elite sprinting. What many anticipated to be a routine display of Elaine Thompson-Herah's supremacy turned into a sobering spectacle that showcased the vulnerability even of legends. Thompson-Herah, a double Olympic champion in both the 100m and 200m since her breakout at Rio 2016, was once again in the limelight. However, instead of extending her reign, she was seen hobbling to the finish line, visibly in pain, and later assisted off the track, sparking immediate fears about her readiness for the upcoming Jamaican trials and the looming Paris Olympics. Long plagued by Achilles issues, her race against time to regain fitness has grown more urgent. Her participation in Paris, once a foregone conclusion, is now shrouded in uncertainty. Amidst the drama, Nigeria's Favor O'Philly stole the show with a breathtaking performance from lane 3. Racing alongside elite competitors such as the US ace Aaliyah Hobbs and Gabby Thomas, both legitimate Olympic threats, O'Philly stayed composed, executed smooth transitions, and launched a late charge that saw her take the win in remarkable fashion. In her post-race remarks, O'Philly highlighted the importance of staying grounded, crediting her calm mindset and unwavering faith as keys to her success. With Nigeria's own trials just around the corner, she remained focused, acknowledging the platform as a blessing while trusting her preparation and divine guidance to carry her forward. Aaliyah Hobbs, explosive out of the blocks in lane 4, tried to claw back the lead in the closing meters but couldn't overcome O'Philly's surge. Gabby Thomas, seeking redemption after a disappointing run in Los Angeles weeks prior, showed glimpses of form. Yet, with the Paris stage looming, her current level will need another leap to match the competition. Adding to the gravity of the race was its location, Randall's Island, where a vocal and passionate Jamaican crowd turned the atmosphere electric. It wasn't merely a qualifier, it was a moment that encapsulated dreams, despair, and the burning hope of Olympic ambition. For Elaine Thompson-Herah, the moment was particularly cruel. The sight of her battling through pain raised difficult questions. Can she regain her form in time for Jamaica's selection meet? And if she does, will it be enough to outpace the sport's hungry new challengers? There's a palpable sense that a chapter may be closing. Jamaica's grip on women's sprinting has been ironclad for years, but now challengers from the US and Nigeria are carving new paths to glory. As the Olympic road narrows, the fight for supremacy is intensifying, and the Paris showdown could crown a new queen. Still, in the face of adversity, Thompson-Herah remains a beacon of grit. Her refusal to bow to injuries, her willingness to fight through pain, these define her greatness beyond medals. Even in this moment of struggle, she offers a lesson in courage. To persist, to believe, and to defy the odds. Her name, regardless of future results, is etched deeply into the annals of sprinting. As we brace for more national trials and the final sprint to Paris, one truth stands out. Women's sprinting is crackling with intensity, depth, and heart. The drama in Benin wasn't just about placements. It told a bigger story of rising stars, fading legends, and the undying chase for Olympic immortality.